Amsterdam, the capital of the Netherlands, is one of Europe's most culturally vibrant and historically interesting cities. Famous for its charming canals, internationally renowned museums, and liberal social policies, Amsterdam is a blend of history, contemporary style, and artistry. The atmosphere here is very lively and relaxed, which attracts millions of tourists every year. But do you know that as beautiful as Amsterdam looks, this city is even more beautiful for singles? It is almost everyone's dream to enjoy the nightlife here. That is why Amsterdam is also called the world's largest prostitution center. So let us take you on a tour of Amsterdam today, which, being the world's largest legal prostitution center, attracts different bachelors from all over the world. Amsterdam was built on trade and commerce, but nowadays it is developing as a center of tourism, finance, and technology. Walking through its streets, one can witness a harmonious blend of the past and the present. The Old Canal area, dotted with 17th century houses, coexists with modern skyscrapers, new age startups, and green urban management. Amsterdam's most recognizable feature is how diverse it is. Amsterdam is home to over 180 different nationalities, making it one of the most cosmopolitan cities in the world. This multicultural aspect can be seen in its food, buildings, and daily life. From authentic Dutch stroopwafels and herring to Indonesian rijsttafel and Surinamese cuisine, its cuisine is as cosmopolitan as its inhabitants. Another unique aspect of Amsterdam is its approach to sustainability and transportation. With over 800,000 bicycles, more than the city's population, it is often called the cycling capital of the world. An extensive network of bike lanes makes cycling the primary mode of transportation for locals, reducing pollution and traffic congestion. Amsterdam is also a city of social innovation and progress. It was one of the first cities in the world to legalize gay marriage, decriminalize cannabis, and legalize prostitution. The city's liberal attitude to social matters has made it a symbol of freedom and tolerance, generating both praise and controversy around the world. Whether it's art, nightlife, history, or sustainability, Amsterdam has something for everyone. It's a city where the old and the new blend together, where every canal, bridge, and street corner has a story to tell. Amsterdam's history began in the late 12th century as a small fishing community on the banks of the Amstel River. The city's name Amsterdam comes from Amstelredam, meaning a dam built on the Amstel for flood control. This was the starting point for settlement and eventually developed into an active trading center. The city's prosperity skyrocketed during the Dutch Golden Age in the 17th century. During this period, Amsterdam became one of the most prosperous and strong cities in the world. The Dutch East India Company was headquartered here, controlling global trade routes and earning enormous amounts of wealth for the region. The opening of the world's first stock exchange in Amsterdam solidified its position as a financial giant. Although Amsterdam was prosperous, it still faced many challenges, such as war, economic instability, and the atrocities of World War II, which greatly affected the city's Jewish population. But Amsterdam's resilience allowed it to rebuild and become a modern city, and today it continues to thrive as a thriving, innovative city. Today, remnants of Amsterdam's history are on display everywhere, from its superbly preserved 17th century houses and canals to museums filled with masterpieces from the Golden Age. It is still a city that respects its heritage but lives for the future. The 17th century was the most decisive era in Amsterdam's history, known as the Dutch Golden Age. It is still a city that respects its heritage but lives for the future. The 17th century was the most defining era in Amsterdam's history, the Dutch Golden Age. It was a period of enormous economic prosperity, cultural wealth, and worldwide dominance. Amsterdam was the center of an empire that spanned continents, and its wealth and power were unchallenged. The Golden Age was also an era of artistic excellence. Artists such as Rembrandt, Vermeer, and Frans Hals changed the face of art, creating masterpieces that depicted everyday life, portraits, and historical events with breathtaking realism. These masterpieces are now found in museums such as the Rijksmuseum and the Rembrandt House Museum. Amsterdam's red light district, known locally as De Wallen, is one of the most famous and controversial places in the world. It is known for its legal prostitution, red light windows, and adult entertainment clubs. To some, it is a symbol of individual freedom and liberal culture, but others claim it exposes underlying social and economic problems. While prostitution in most places operates clandestinely, Amsterdam chose to regulate the business. In 2000, the government of the Netherlands legalized prostitution so that sex workers could have a safe working environment. Prostitutes in the red light district rent rooms with large windows where they publicly advertise their services. This system is designed to guarantee safety, fair pay, and health codes to avoid exploitation. But the district isn't just about prostitution. It's also a cultural hub with historic buildings, bars, and museums. The Prostitution Information Center offers tours and educational programs to inform visitors about the reality of the trade. Even after legalization, the red light district is still controversial. Its supporters say it empowers sex workers and keeps the industry open. On the other hand, opponents point to human trafficking and the city's tarnished image. In recent years, the government has been considering changes to parts of the district to reduce congestion and crime. Controversy aside, the red light district is an essential part of Amsterdam's identity, reflecting its particular interpretation of social policies and personal freedom. But what about the women behind the glass windows, and why do they become prostitutes? Contrary to the popular belief that all sex workers become sex workers out of desperation, women become sex workers for a variety of reasons. The Netherlands, among other countries, is one of the few countries in the world where prostitution is legalized and re-legalized, and where sex workers have greater rights and protection than in countries where prostitution is illegal. Some see it as a path to economic empowerment, but others join because it is necessary due to financial circumstances or other personal reasons. Most sex workers pursue this profession as a means of earning money. This profession provides economic stability, especially for those who are not fortunate enough to study in high school and still find a good job. Prostitution enables women to earn a lot of money in a short amount of time compared to traditional employment. Unlike other countries where prostitution is restricted, sex workers in Amsterdam are allowed to work freely. At legally registered workplaces, they are not beholden to brokers and have the right to choose their clients, set their fees, and decide their own working conditions. Amsterdam sex workers are primarily from Eastern Europe, South America, and Asia, as their economic conditions in these locations are poor. Some women migrate to the Netherlands simply for its laws and protection and for better income than hidden prostitution elsewhere. Other women engage in prostitution out of desperation due to a lack of education, job experience, or legal status. For them, it may be the only means to survive and take care of their families. Sadly, human trafficking remains a problem, even though the government attempts to regulate the practice and keep exploitation at bay. Some Amsterdam sex workers see their work as a legitimate profession, providing a professional service for payment. Some believe that sex work should be viewed like any other service industry, with the same rights and legal protections as any other employment. In the evening, when the sun goes down, the red light district becomes bustling. The quiet streets that remain empty during the day fill up with tourists, partygoers, and customers enjoying the city's infamous nightlife. The most recognizable aspect of the district is its red-lit windows, where sex workers stand and offer their services. Some walk around making eye contact and waving at passers-by, while others are discreet and wait for serious clients. The district welcomes a variety of visitors, from bachelor parties to couples to curious travelers who come here simply to enjoy the ambiance without availing any services. The red light district is not just about prostitution. It also has bars, nightclubs, strip clubs, sex theaters, and cannabis cafes, and is therefore an integral part of Amsterdam's nightlife. Some venues, such as the well-known Moulin Rouge, have live erotic shows, while others feature comedy performances and themed parties. The area is closely monitored by police and private security to keep both sex workers and tourists safe. The rules are strict, photography is not allowed, and bad behavior is not tolerated. Despite its reputation, Amsterdam's red light district is largely safe due to its highly regulated system. Sex worker prices vary depending on the duration and nature of the service. A brief session of 15 to 20 minutes will cost between €50 and €100. A half-hour session will cost between €100 and €150, and an hour will cost between €200 and €300. Spending an entire night with a sex worker is unusual, but can cost anywhere from €500 to €1,000 or more. Fees vary according to demand, with higher fees at weekends and holiday seasons. Unlike other illegal prostitution around the world, there is little bargaining, and most of the bargaining is straightforward. Some sex workers offer additional services for an additional fee, while others operate completely by the rules. Amsterdam's legalized prostitution is an interesting and controversial aspect of the city. It provides economic opportunities and legal protection for prostitutes, But it also raises fears about exploitation, trafficking, and the long-term effects on those involved in the business. Despite efforts to control the system, not all sex workers have control over their decisions. Some choose to enter the trade voluntarily, but others are forced to do so due to economic hardship or pressure. The Dutch government continues to monitor and control the industry, but debates about possible restrictions, relocations, and policy changes are still ongoing. Whatever one believes, the red light district is an integral part of Amsterdam's identity, a reflection of its particular way of thinking about law, freedom, and social policy. The district attracts millions of tourists every year, making it one of the most unique and talked about places on the planet. Amsterdam has one of the continent's most vibrant nightlife scenes, from underground techno clubs to intimate brown cafes and high-energy festivals. The city never shuts down, and its nightlife has something for all types of travelers. For electronic dance music lovers, Amsterdam is home to popular clubs like Paradiso, Melkweg, and Shelter. World-renowned DJs flock to the city, which is famous for hosting the Amsterdam Dance Event, a global electronic music festival. If you prefer a quieter atmosphere, Amsterdam's old-fashioned brown cafes offer a Dutch pub-like ambiance. These intimate spaces serve house brews and make a great place to relax. The city is also home to several excellent craft brewing companies, including Heineken and Brouwerij TIJ. The LGBTQ+ community is also thriving in Amsterdam. The city's LGBTQ+ nightlife district, Reguliersdwarsstraat, has many clubs and bars that are renowned for their friendly and open atmosphere. Amsterdam is more than its canals, nightlife, and adventure policies. It is a city of history, freedom, and innovation. Although the red light district is a topic of constant debate, the real story of Amsterdam is one of art, culture, and ever-changing spirit. Whether you're here for history or adventure, this city never disappoints. If you enjoyed this adventure, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more interesting video. See you in the next video. Goodbye.